Ever wondered why your child gives up so easily on tasks, be it schoolwork, sports, or even daily chores? What really makes our kids quit? It's a question that leaves many parents scratching their heads in bewilderment, and you might find yourself in this group too. There's this common issue that parents like you often face: their children quitting tasks prematurely. It's like a routine, isn't it? They start with all guns blazing, full of enthusiasm, only to lose steam halfway through. The project that started with so much promise ends up incomplete. The soccer ball lies forgotten in a corner. The math problems remain unsolved. It's a cycle that seems to repeat itself, no matter the task at hand. But why does this happen? Why is it that our kids find it so easy to throw in the towel? Is it because they find the task too challenging? Or is it that they lack the motivation to see it through? Maybe it's a bit of both. Quitting may seem like the easy way out, but it's not always the best solution. Sure, it spares us the immediate discomfort or the fear of failure, but what it also does is rob us of the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to understand that success often comes to those who persevere. That's why it's so essential to instill the values of resilience and perseverance in our children. It's these qualities that will hold them in good stead as they navigate the ups and downs of life. It's these qualities that will help them understand that it's okay to stumble, it's okay to fall. What's important is to pick oneself up, dust off the disappointment, and keep going. But how do we do this? How do we motivate our kids not to quit? How do we teach them that giving up is not always the answer? If you're a parent grappling with this issue, you're not alone. Let's dive into some practical tips to motivate your kids not to quit. First off, let's talk about the power of positive reinforcement. We should actively engage with their interests and passions, creating opportunities for intrinsic motivation to flourish. Picture this. It's a sunny day at the park. Your child is attempting to ride a bicycle for the first time. They stumble and fall, but instead of letting them wallow in the failure, you cheer them on. You tell them, "Great job, you almost had it. Let's try again." This, my friends, is positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a psychological strategy where you reward a behavior you want to see more of. It's like giving a plant sunlight and water to help it grow. In the context of parenting, it's about acknowledging your child's efforts and celebrating their progress no matter how small. Let's say your child is struggling with math homework. Instead of focusing on the problems they got wrong, highlight the ones they got right. Tell them, "Wow, you solved that tricky problem all on your own. I'm impressed." This not only boosts their confidence, but also motivates them to keep trying. In sports, you might find your child discouraged after losing a game. Here, positive reinforcement could be reminding them of the great pass they made or how much their dribbling has improved. This way, they focus on their growth rather than the loss. Even in daily tasks like cleaning their room or doing the dishes, positive reinforcement plays a crucial role. A simple, "You did a fantastic job tidying up today," can make a world of difference in encouraging their participation in household chores. But remember, the key is sincerity. Kids can sniff out insincere praise faster than a dog can find a hidden treat. So make sure your compliments are genuine and specific to their efforts. Also, it's important to balance praise with constructive feedback. Positive reinforcement isn't about ignoring mistakes. It's about encouraging progress and making your child feel valued for their efforts. Remember, a little praise can go a long way in boosting your child's confidence and willingness to keep trying. So, the next time your child faces a challenge, be their cheerleader. Celebrate their progress, highlight their efforts, and watch them bloom with confidence and resilience. Next up, setting realistic expectations. We often struggle to motivate our kids, establish clear goals and expectations, providing them with a sense of purpose and direction. Now let's discuss a key aspect of keeping your child motivated: setting realistic expectations. Just as we adults strive to achieve our goals, children too need targets to aim for. But the trick lies in ensuring these goals are achievable. Why is that important, you may ask? Well, let's dive into it. Imagine trying to climb a mountain without any training. Sounds daunting, right? That's exactly how a child feels when we set unrealistic expectations for them. They see this towering mountain of expectations, and it seems insurmountable. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and ultimately, a desire to quit. But what happens when we adjust the goal to something more achievable? Let's say, instead of a mountain, we start with a small hill. Suddenly the task seems doable, right? That's the magic of setting realistic expectations. It makes the goal appear within reach, boosting the child's confidence and keeping them motivated. Now, this doesn't mean we should always keep the bar low. There's a fine balance to maintain. We want to challenge our children, push them out of their comfort zones, but not to the point where they feel overwhelmed. The goal is to encourage progress, not perfection. Remember, each child is unique. What might be a small hill for one could be a mountain for another. It's crucial to understand your child's capabilities and limitations. Set the expectations based on what they can achieve, not what we think they should achieve. And when they do reach that goal, celebrate it. Make them feel proud of their achievement, no matter how small it may seem. This will not only boost their self-esteem, but also fuel their motivation to tackle the next hill, and eventually, the next mountain. So to wrap it up, setting realistic expectations is like providing a map to your child. It shows them the path to success, one step at a time. It helps them realize that every goal is achievable with hard work, perseverance, and a positive attitude. So parents, let's set our kids up for success, not failure. Now, let's move on to one crucial aspect: persistence. Picture this. Our children are like seeds. With the right amount of sunlight, water, and nutrients, they can bloom into beautiful flowers or towering trees. In the same vein, with the right amount of encouragement, guidance, and most importantly, persistence, our children can grow into remarkable individuals. Persistence is the skill that propels us forward through the thickets of life. It's the engine that drives us to keep going, even when the road gets rough. Teaching our children about persistence is akin to equipping them with a compass that will guide them through the wilderness of life's challenges. Parents, you are the best role models your children could have. When you demonstrate persistence in your own endeavors, you're showing your little ones that it's not about the destination, but the journey. It's not about the victory, but the fight. It's not about the triumph, but the struggle. Show them that it's okay to stumble, to fall, but it's not okay to stay down. Every time you dust yourself off and get back up, you're teaching them the art of persistence. But let's talk about a tricky subject: failure. It's a word that's often met with grimaces and sighs. But here's the thing: failure is not the enemy. It's the best teacher we could ever have. It's through failure that we learn, grow, and become better. It's through failure that we realize our potential and discover our resilience. So let your child fail, it's okay. What's not okay is to let them quit. Teach them that every stumble is a step forward, every fall a lesson learned, every failure a stepping stone to success. Encourage them to see failure not as a dead end, but as a detour to a better route. Let them know that it's not about how many times they fall, but how many times they get back up. As the saying goes, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Teach your child that it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to quit. Lastly, let's explore the transformative power of a growth mindset. A growth mindset, a concept coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's a love of learning, a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. But how does this relate to our children, and how can we, as parents, foster this mindset? Imagine a child who views a challenging math problem as an exciting puzzle rather than a daunting task. Or a child who sees a lost game not as a failure, but as an opportunity to improve their skills. This is the power of a growth mindset. It encourages children to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, see effort as a path to mastery, learn from criticism, and find lessons and inspiration in the success of others. So how can we cultivate this mindset in our children? Firstly, we need to change our own perspective. Instead of praising your child for being smart or talented, praise them for their effort, strategies, focus, and improvement. This encourages them to value the process of learning over the end result. Next, teach your child that failure isn't something to be feared, but a stepping stone to success. Remind them of famous individuals who failed numerous times before achieving greatness. Remind them that Thomas Edison made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts at inventing the light bulb, and that J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. Finally, encourage your child to embrace challenges. Instead of stepping in to solve problems for them, guide them in finding their own solutions. This fosters independence, resilience, and a belief in their own abilities. With a growth mindset, your child can learn to see challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. With your guidance, they can develop the resilience, persistence, and love of learning that will serve them well in every aspect of their lives. Follow Hype Harbor for more motivational videos. Like and subscribe.